did this. You know what they told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So, starting the resolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. When Braga send a bill, they will not put all the law they put in now and back it.
I called you Rescue One. Do you think I really believe that at 80 years old, you would be able to rescue this country? We embellished it. You know, when you are a sales representative, when you are a salesperson, you're selling a commodity or a product, your job is to embellish that product. They say, Panting, who can say, a piece of bone rotten. Did you think I knew, or did you think I mistook you for a rescuer? An old man who belongs to the dustbin of our history with a cake view, a man who cannot even operate a laptop computer? No, we settled. We made a compromise on you. That's what we did. We settled. We compromised. And we believed you were a good man, and we were sympathetic towards you. We in all Liberian people. And after we saw you and touted you about and projected you as though you could rescue this country, and we called you Rescue One. How could you rescue the country when you could not even rescue your own finances? 12 years as vice president, we had to be begging for money all over the place, raising money to sustain you. What contacts did you establish as vice president? What? It shows today. Everyone can see your campaign. It's a dysfunctional juggernaut led by people who have bought into this hype which we created, hype which we are sucking the life out of now. We will suck the life out of you. Knock the wind out of your sail. The wind we put in your sail, we'll take it back. How dare you call us insignificant when you were a political nobody after 2017, and we resurrected that dead political carcass of yours. You show us ingratitude and wickedness. Where are our falling out with George? We did. Fundamental. The issues about which we disagree with us, we are still issues that we're concerned about. But we're not here to give you power so that you turn it over to Jeremiah King and Prince Johnson. Jeremiah is a Liberian citizen. If he wishes to run for president, it is his right to run for president. But to hide behind you, he and his warlord, his mass murdering, lunatical, deranged, unstable Cummings to give you money. Do you think you can get Cummings to donate $300,000 to the JMB Foundation for some initiatives, making it sound all decent and professional? I said, well, Uncle, let me think about it and I'll revert to you. To be honest with you folks, I never asked Mr. Cummings. You had just eaten the man's 45,000 US for a trip you had no interest in. Now you're asking me to go back to Alice Cummings through his people and make a request for $300,000. Then he said, you know, he might be inclined to give us the money because he wants something from me. So this is the honest man. This is the honest Joe Braga. The Joe Braga that is supposed to be a decent, honorable man is asking me to go to Alice Cummings under the pretext of being inclined to grant Cummings' request for him, Joe Braga, to recuse himself from the political race and raise Cummings' hand. So he wanted me to go now to Cummings to go and get another $300,000 from Alice Cummings. I never did. I never delivered that message to Alice Cummings because I knew Joe Braga was dishonest. Then I go ask Cummings for $300,000 to give to Joe Braga when Braga had just made a fun of Cummings in Ghana at a meeting Cummings gave him money for. And this is and these are things we could not come to the public to disclose these things. We could not do these things because we were in too deep. We were in too deep. And so what did I do?
Distinguished colleagues, this is a two-faced issue.
This is a critical issue in this country, and we must stand up and speak the truth. Because for you to use the fact that prior to printing, it means you already telling me print. But before you print, come back to me.
There is nothing in that paragraph that indicated that money should be printed.
The essence of this exercise, the essence of this exercise is to know the facts everybody will have the opportunity to ask questions if you so desire.
Good afternoon, good afternoon. Good morning, good evening. What a pleasant way to welcome all of you to Freedom Hub on 87.9. This is the official voice of Freedom Communications Incorporated. My name is Kyle Oliver Kine. I'm here today on this presentation. Hopefully, Princess Alexa Vanjakoli is going to join the conversation. When that happens, she and I will jointly bring you the Wednesday's edition of the program on 87.9. With too many things happening in the country, a lot of issues going on in the Republic of Liberia. Your country, Liberia, is going through a lot of political complications. Today, at the level of the Liberian Supreme Court, with all of the justices present, including the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Liberia, hearing into the Bureau of Information. The hearing into the Bureau of Information as filed for by the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Honorable Councillor Jonathan Fonanti Kofa, and members of the House of Representatives against some members of the House of Representatives. That Bureau of Information was heard. Several arguments were held. The lawyers representing the majority bloc had their day in court to present their argument. Consequently, the lawyers representing the House of Representatives and Speaker Kofa also did their own thing by making their own representation felt. The justices, including the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Liberia, also in the hearing today, was able to ask some critical questions to all sides. And again, while that was ongoing, Liberians from across the world had the opportunity for the first time in a very long while to follow the proceedings at the level of the Supreme Court of our country. Yes, today we're going to be bringing you sufficient information on that hearing. What is it from our end? What is it from our end? What do we make of the preliminary hearing that was held today? How do we interpret the different questions asked by the justices? How do we interpret the different responses brought forth by the lawyers representing both sides of the debate in the country? But again, this is where we are as a country and people. This is supposed to be the lone major conversation on the platform. Subsequently, when the time permits, we're going to be looking into a very, very, very most recent video. In this video, Darius DeLone, the senator of Monserrate County, was campaigning for Joe Baca to become president. We want to play his audio. Play that particular video for those of you who are watching, so that you can compare what he said to exactly what is happening today in the country. That is the size of our program, right here on 87.9. We will take a break. When we come back from our break, we bring you Crime Stoppers Liberia. Hopefully, we will do that. And for those of you who are listening, today is Wednesday. Wednesday is a beautiful day in the week. And that's why Alexa and I will do our utmost best to give you $20,000. If you're lucky, $20,000 will come your way right here on 87.9. Now y'all can be making the thing hard. When we are talking politics, be behind the scene and keep playing. When you keep dialing star 799 star 70 hatch, that will place you in a position to be one of the lucky winners of the competition today. So like I said, star 799 star 70 hatch will place you directly into a better position, and subsequently you could be one of the luckiest of winners on the platform. I repeat, 20,000 Liberian dollars in this country could land on your telephone if you are successful enough to win for yourself some money by dialing star 799 hash, or better still, star 799 star 70 hash on the platform. It is for only Lone Star Cell MTN users. So we're going to be taking our break. When we come back, we rumble into the issues making the news in the country. All right, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. Alexa, good afternoon and welcome, my dear.
Good afternoon, Oliver, and I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. However, will you joining us? We'd like to say welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM. There are a couple of issues to talk about today, and I think everyone is patiently waiting to maybe listen to some of the audios from the Supreme Court today, because almost the entire country was locked down just listening and following what was happening up Capitol earlier today. So I want to say welcome. We're going to play, I guess, a bit of that and maybe talk about it a little bit as well.
Okay, so there's a whole lot. There's a whole lot happening right now. You follow the. I think that should be very huge. You follow the issues of Capitol Hill today. We'll talk about it. We will talk about the situation of Capitol Hill, but the country is becoming very, very, very tensed at about this moment. And so, yeah, too many things happening. Plenty things.
A lot is happening.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if things are rampant, or things are getting rampant.
Things are getting complicated, by the way.
I don't know. But Oliver, I think just before going to the discussion of the day, I think a lot of people had different expectations, especially regarding the Supreme Court. And because that was like something a lot of people patiently, anticipated. A lot of people were just waiting patiently to see what was going to happen, how it was going to be conducted. Different arguments or different points by different lawyers representing two teams at the Supreme Court and the chief justices as well. The questions being asked as to whether the questions were okay or not. So just before going to Supreme Court or to the Supreme Court earlier today, there were already different views on the social media as well as just around Liberia from the intellectual class, as well as people listen to the radio and they had their own views about it. So I'm sure
People were
going
kind of
to play
arguing. There were so many arguments in
different
the country.
arguments. So I'm sure based on what will be played today, I don't know if we're going to play everything because like it was long, but we'll try our best to play some. Based on what we're going to play, we're going to give you our own analysis of what we think of what happened of Capital earlier today, because you already had a lot on your mind. The arguments were many, the questions were many, and we're just going to talk about it, and we're going to play. You will listen to some of the justices, what they said, how they said what they said. So we just talk about it seriously.
Okay, so basically, there's a whole lot happening in the country, and I just hope at the end of the day our country will be better. But from where we see it, the country seems to be in serious trouble. And every time I say this, I don't say it in excitement. I say it very sad. I say it as somebody who is not happy, but it is the truth. We have to say it because that is what's happening in the country. I mean, look at how our country is being marked at the level, and that's what I posted on my page today. I said, small shame is better than big shame. If I was in the shoes of somebody right now, tonight, I'll find 2 trucks, go to the Capitol building,
Take all your materials, huh?
take all my materials out from the, quote unquote speaker office,
And move it.
call Gregor Kuma,
Get security people from
carry a security people from behind me. Call the EPS SMG. Say, tell your EPS people from here, can't carry EPS car. The gun where you give me to keep because I was supposed to be the third man. You come for your gun. When you tell me they can get you gun, let's say you be rest out your bay. So when the security fade, and in the threat reaching your bedroom, you can take out your leg, but you open it, clap.
Yeah,
And yellow in Memphis and say I'm beginning of my room here, you can kind of deal with me. Pow, 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 you start operating. So if I was in somebody's shoes right now, you're turning over all the stuff in my possession because look, except Angel Gabriel and the archangels and other people come from heaven to change what is happening, but from the questions, from the way the questions were proceeding, from the way people were asking questions, and that's how you don't see the copa. No, why you not put the copa inside? How come you put the copa inside? They don't know. From the way you keep asking that you don't want to eat the soup. No, why am more oily? How come we seeing your finger got also oil on it? What happened to bone in your pocket? I mean, those are questions. Those are questions people keep asking doing hearing, and we'll be like, oh no, well, don't you eat the meat from the soup, right?
Why do you even have?
But we got the bones from the chicken in your pocket.
Why do you even have that?
Your mouth is oily. Finger dripping, oil dripping all the way from your fingers. They share that on you oily. They palm butter oil wasted all on your slippers. I mean, we don't have to say you stole, but we are just asking you. You didn't steal it. But why are these things happening to you? So that's exactly what it is in the country. But like I said, today is Wednesday, and we're hoping that we give some people some money today. I want to see whether those who are supposed to be receiving that $1,000 are available. If not, we start the conversation. But that is what it is. So Yaka Kolubar, Yaka is my man, and I say again,
how time changes.
Man City coming get issue, but Yaka is my man though. So Yaka Yaka said something today, Alexa. Regardless of how we hate Yaka or not, this guy is very sound. He said something, and I want the Liberian people to listen to it. Yeka mentioned how some lawmakers will become defaced, how they will become so unpopular following this whole particular situation. And one thing that he said was, all of you who are the moralists of today, those who say, okay, I don't do that one, bad, don't cause the person, don't cause. Your guy is asking you. He say, if you did not advise him 6 years ago,
Why are you advising now?
close your mouth. Don't put your mouth in now. I mean, that's what he said. I just want us to listen to him more. Then we start the conversation. I mean, it's going to be a whole political ride, and I just want us to begin on a very softer note. Then we'll jump to the conversation. I know all of you, your mouth watering, your ears itching. You wonder what happened or Capitol Hill. Oh yeah, maybe yeah, we call him. Take my key and go and say. Yeah, that's not going to be good. Because of you, we are here, and so we can never wake up and go home. You are all listening, and you will get the news you want. Trust me, you will get it. But this is what Yeke said today, and I like it. I just wanted to listen small, then we'll run into our main conversation. Yeah, Yeke Koluba.
The past people don't recognize them. People say, of course, I agree. But if you didn't advise me 6 years ago, don't advise me now. I don't need your advice. If you thought our courses 6 years ago, you should advise me to stop it. Why you want me to stop insulting one reckless man? And I told him, I said, reckless worker. People say, of course, I agree. But if you didn't advise me 6 years ago, don't advise me now. I don't need your advice. If you thought our courses 6 years ago, you should advise me to stop it. Why you want me to stop insulting one recognize them? People say, of course, I agree. But if you didn't advise me 6 years ago, don't advise me now. I don't need your advice. If you thought our courses 6 years ago, you should advise me to stop it. Why you want me to stop insulting one recognize them? People say, of course, I agree. But if you didn't advise me 6 years ago, don't advise me now. I don't need your advice. If you thought our courses 6 years ago, you should advise me to stop it. Why you want me to stop recognize them? People say, of course, I agree. But if you didn't advise me 6 years ago, don't advise me now. I don't need your advice. If you thought recognize them, people say, of course, I agree. But if you didn't advise me 6 years ago, don't advise me now. I don't need your advice. If you thought our courses 6 years ago, you should advise me to stop it. Why you want me to stop insulting one reckless man? And I told him, I said, reckless worker, if you win this election and you don't proceed the right way, I will tell you things more than this. You think Joseph Boakai is surprised? He's not surprised.
Bishop Yeke, you talking to the
Thank you. I'll be in church. I will actually,
Yeke say he's a bishop. Yeke got service every Sunday to your, and that service. I don't know how you call it, but Yeke, we gotta bring Yeke back on the show. You know, in a few days we gotta bring Yeke back. Yeah. If you're listening on the call back, inbox me. We gotta bring you back to the station. Very soon. I mean, we want to hear from you. It's been a long time now, almost 1 year. We got to hear what's up. But Alexa, something happened up Capitol Hill, and let me say that this for people: *799 *70# will put you through. That is just simple. *799 *70# will put you through. Now let's. Okay. So Alexa. Some part of last year, was it some part of last? Yes, some part of last year when the speaker debate started.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, 47 representatives. In fact, it was 46. The number was 46. Then Representative Luther Collins of Bapolu County went on a reconnaissance mission to ascertain as to whether there was an authentic list of lawmakers who were signing for $15,000 to endorse a resolution to have Jonathan Fonati Kofa, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, removed. You can remember that, Alexa, and I know bulk of you out there can attest. Now, Luther Collins, the honorable representative from Bapolu County, went there and discovered that the list was true, authentic. So he pretended to be a signatory. He signed and collected his own money, $15,000. You remember what happened to the money, Alexa?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. James Colette took $200 from the 15,000. So instead of Representative Luther Collins receiving 15,000 US dollars, he received, like Alessa said, 14,800. He took the money and the original list told the LACC and reported both the money and the list as evidence to the LACC against those who he said were involved with bribery in order to influence a decision to have the Speaker of the House of Representatives impeached, removed. Where that case is today at the LACC, I do not know. Now, fast forward, the House of Representatives, especially the quote-unquote majority bloc, could not obtain the constitutional number, which is 49, to have a quorum. To be legitimate enough to initiate an impeachment proceeding against the Speaker. All of a sudden, the guys start to have their different session when their rules say you would need to go to the original session, your original sitting place, and question the Speaker. If you got a problem with the Speaker while he is presiding, the 49 of you can bring your resolution, speak to one person, and say, Mr. Speaker, with all due respect, having listened to the agenda I just read, I will be ready to vote for this agenda to constitute today's working tool. If the movement can accept our petition, our resolution, 49 of us have no confidence in you. We are signing a vote of no confidence in you. So we need our resolution to form part of today's meeting. In that case, the movement on the floor will have the opportunity to either accept or reject. But in the worst case scenario, that resolution is going to be made available. In that instance, based on the House's rule, the movement will not even want to trash it because it is a crucial matter. Even if he tries to do so, that conversation can still, be lifted on the floor at a subsequent time during the course of the deliberation. But it says the Speaker who you do not want to be Speaker anymore should be present in his chamber, in the original sitting place, and you should challenge him. Now, it says when you have 49, go and make your case. The law says once the 49 persons available and the chief clerk can verify that the 49 human being here who said, I want you, Fonati cover, the law says Fonati will recuse himself from the bench and turn over to the deputy speaker. He will recuse himself, go to the Rules, Order, and Administration Committee for investigation to provide reasons stipulated in the petitioner's petition as to why he should not be held liable by those who wrote the resolution against him. If he is done with the investigation at the level of the Rules, Order, and Administration Committee, the committee will now come back to plenary and say, plenary, the resolution that was filed by 49 of our members against the Speaker, we were able to invite the Speaker. We questioned him based on the allegation brought forth against him. They say he can wear black shoes. They say a woman bread. They say he got other fat girlfriend living in Dubai Road. We investigated everything, and we found out that the Speaker said S, he said Y, he said Z. These are his returns. The committee will make the report now to plenary. Plenary will now have the responsibility under the deputy speaker now. That I'm covering sitting now. Under the deputy speaker will have the responsibility to test the committee's decision. That's all, distinguished colleagues. You have listened to the chairman of the Committee on Rules, Order, and Administration informing this August body that an investigation was carried out by the committee involving the Speaker who is currently before the committee for investigation. The petitioners are alleging that the Speaker can wear black shoe, that he get one woman to double roll fat, she get BB tete, that the other one happened in the one. And so the Speaker said no, He doesn't have women in Duboro Waga BBTT. He can wear black shoe, he can wear west shoe. He not crewman in Bassa man. He not this one. These are his responses to issues brought forth against him. What is your will and pleasure, distinguished colleagues? A member on the floor will raise his or her hands up, make a motion that based on the committee's report, based on the committee's investigative report about the speaker, I so move, I, Representative Alexa Vanjakoli of Sai District, Lofa County, so move that the committee's report be placed on the floor for votes to be taken to decide the fate of the honorable speaker. One person put a hand and say, I, Oliver Khan, Representative Pure Oregon District, Maryland County. So second. T5 will come by and say it has been moved and seconded that the report from the Committee on Rules, Order, and Administration be voted upon and a decision be made by this plenary regarding the speaker who is being, complained by our distinguished colleagues. The chief clerk will do a roll call. All those in favor of the allegation brought forward against the speaker and think the speaker should be replaced, make a move by putting your right hand up. You put it up. We will check. If we do the checking and we have 49 that said the speaker should go, whether Funati crab blood, in that crab blood, he will go. It means 49 decided. The bare minimum 49 decided. If we go to vote and we are unable to get that number to vote and remove Funati, even when we get 48, in as much as we do not have 49 in that voting process, it means take your resolution, carry it back because it says, according to our law, we not agree. The number that's supposed to agree. So Funati remains speaker until that 49 can come and vote. That is the law. The law did not say go in your room, run away from the place where you're sitting and go have your own. So this was the conversation. And so it became tense at the end of the day. We all know Richard Kuna went, became what they call turning around. So Kofa then went to court. The Supreme Court came up first and they did a ruling. In their ruling, they say, oh, someone you add the ultra vire, the other people add the ultra vire, they will know he and tell in that ruling. The men went by, they say, okay, we'll go sit there. We'll go. The other men say, we'll say we bring capital building. In no time, capital building point. They bring American fire side people. All kind of yama thing happened. Kofa then went by and said, no, Supreme Court, like the first ruling what you gave, that was bringing more confusion. So please, let's know what that ruling is all about. We are filing a bill of information, and that bill of information should be telling us where play we at Nana. What is our status? What do we want to do? What is going to happen right now? Because others are confused. And so the bill of information was heard today. That's why we are on the radio today. So I just had to bring that whole backdrop of where we are so that you can get connected. Then you will know why the conversation is going to be happening the way it's going to be happening. So that's it. So Alexa, you follow the hearing today. The hearing was conducted. Councillor Wright and Arthur Johnson represented the speaker and his group, while Councillor Vanish Sherman represented the majority block of the House of Representatives. They had their hearings. Amongst all of the things that were said today, we capture key questions and interactions today at the level of the legislature, and these are things we'll be playing on the show for you. Now, let's go to the first one. During the hearing today, Justice Yusuf Kaba, an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of Liberia, went and started to quiz Councillor Vanish Sherman, who was arguing. Councillor Vanish Sherman argued that because our guys were 43 and they had their simple majority, they even went up to 50. So it meant that they could have their own session without going to Funadikova session. That was his argument. The fact that they were more than the Funadikova group, it automatically gave them, how you call this thing, legitimacy to have their own session. This was the response from Justice Yusuf Kaba to that particular a session that was made by the majority bloc a lawyer. So I want you guys to listen.
Is the one to take out the speaker. So I don't see what is wrong with the majority. When they go to speak up, we want the section, we have the petition is our petition, we don't think that we have done. And I'm to step aside. Step aside. And then refuse to step aside. Remember everything out. Peace. You see, the guy is step aside. Step aside. The law can be to step aside. Yeah, the law can be to step aside. But when he is still sitting.
Okay. All right. So take your time. I know the audio is, you know, the Supreme Court is so big, so you would notice that the audio is not that loud. So we want to take our time to play it so that you hear it. Now, Justice Kabah is telling Councillor Sherman something very sensitive, and I want all of you to take your time and listen. Please take your time and listen to this one.
Is there you are not moving? Then you want to open a parallel section. You know, a parallel section. You see what is happening? The chaos. Your honor. That chaos. There is nothing that prevents the majority from going in when the speaker is and then raising the issues with the speaker asking to get. And so all these things, I know this is all that I know. There's a rule. There's a rule in the law that the presiding officer can seize.
Okay. All right. Just hold on. There is a part here that I want you to get. Just hold on. Take your time and listen.
And I'm to step aside. Step aside. And then refuse to step aside. Then remember everything out. Peace. You see, the guy is step aside. Step aside. The law can be step.
Okay. So Justice Kabah is telling Councillor Sherman that if the majority bloc members had gone to Speaker Kofa's chamber and telling him we got issue with you, step aside, and he refuses to step aside, then the majority bloc would have had a case. Take your time and listen keenly. That's why he said, then they would have had a case. But to go and organize a separate session, I mean, that was off the ball. So when you take your time and listen, let me try to adjust this so that you will listen to it keenly. Take your time and listen to this.
And I'm to step aside. Step aside. And then refuse to step aside. Then remember everything out. Peace. You see, the guy is step aside. Step aside. The law can be step aside. Yeah, the law can be step aside. But when he is still sitting, he's there. You are not moving. Then you want to open a parallel section. You know, a parallel section. You see what is happening?
Okay. So you heard Justice Kabah, and that's how you getting it, because when you are not getting it, the people also ain't getting it. He said, where the speaker is still sitting, he is not out of town, he in Monrovia. Where he is still here in town, you didn't go to his chamber to go challenge him, but you go and open a parallel session, meaning he got the legitimate session of the House of Representatives there. Then you open a parallel version while he is still in the country. You didn't go in the original chamber to confirm, but you open a parallel one. This is what Justice Yusuf Kabah was telling Councillor Vani Sherman, that your men knew that the speaker was in country of Capitol building in the original chamber. They didn't go to him to register their case. But what did they do? They choose to open a parallel session. And in the words of Justice Kabah, that was chaotic. That was chaotic. Take your time and listen.
Remember everything out. Peace. You see, the guy is step aside. The law can be step aside. Yeah, the law can be step aside. But when he is still sitting, he's there. You are not moving. then you want to open a parallel section. You know, a parallel section. You see what is happening? That creates chaos. Your Honor, that creates chaos.
You understand it? That create chaos. Where you're still sitting and you go open a parallel session, that create chaos. This is from Justice Yusuf Kaba. He said you have all of your right to go and question Councilor Kofa to go in the original place, your original meeting place, to tell him, man, we don't want you to be our speaker anymore. You can speak crude too much. We don't want you to be our speaker. We don't want you to be our speaker because you live in rehab, you live in Red Side Joe Baka, and you live in opposite Joe. We don't want you to be our speaker. Whatever the reasons are, you would have gone to him in your original chamber and put it to his face. Get your 49 members and put it to his face. But to go and have a parallel session while he is pressing. He didn't go America. He not in Italy. He in Monrovia. He in the same Capitol building. You left your session, your original meeting place, and went to another place. The justice said that was chaotic. That the justice is speaking one by one. Oh. Take your time and listen. Take your time and follow.
Your Honor, that creates chaos. The majority from going in where the speaker is and then raising the issues with the speaker asking to get out. And so all we see is all that where the speaker is and then raising the issues.
Okay. So he went on to say there is no law that says the majority can go where the speaker is to raise the issue. So Councilor Sherman said the speaker should have left the original speaker place to go to the majority block place. And that is not what the law says. But for more of the clarity on it, the Chief Justice herself had this to say, and we'll play her voice after, but let me read it so you'll listen. She went back to ask Councilor Sherman, Vani Sherman, who are representing the majority block, and she said, the quote-unquote majority tried to call the speaker, which is ultra-virus, to come to a meeting on the other side. And we have said it clearly in the interpretation of Article 33 that there is a speaker, but you are in the minority. So the first ruling, the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice is trying to tell she told the folks today that in our first ruling, we said it clearly that, we said it clearly in our interpretation of Article 33 that there is a speaker, but you are in the minority. To compare, you don't have the law. So they said, they told the men and said, look, you have a speaker, the speaker in the minority. To compare the majority member to come, there is no law to that effect. And the court cannot do for the legislature what they can do for themselves. So you got to find your own law on how to bring the majority. That's what the Chief Justice is saying. Now, she went for that to say, to compare, you don't have the law. So does that, with your argument, she was asking Councilor Sherman. So does that, with your argument, does that give the right to those that are absent members to go and form themselves into a majority block? Does that give, the right to those that are absent members to go and form themselves into a minority block? This was the question that was asked by the Chief Justice to Councilor Vani Sherman, who are representing the majority block. Listen to the Chief Justice here in this clip.
This quote-unquote majority, try to call the speaker, which is ultra-virus, to come to a meeting on the other side. And we
are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening to the Chief Justice? Take a time. Are you listening to her? I will pause it and re-echo it.
This quote-unquote majority, try to call
this quote-unquote majority try to call. You hearing her? Take your time and listen.
This quote-unquote majority, try to call the speaker, which is ultra-virus,
This quote-unquote majority tried to call the speaker, which is ultra-virus. The Chief Justice herself of the Supreme Court, in her premise in asking Councilor, what her name? Vanessa Sherman question. This is what she was saying. The quote-unquote majority black. That's how she's referring to them. The quote-unquote majority black. The quote-unquote majority black. Listen to her.
This quote-unquote majority, okay, try to call the speaker, which is ultra-virus, to come to a meeting on the other side. And we have said it clearly in the interpretation of Article 33.
And we have said it clearly in the interpretation of Article 33. So listen to her. She's about to continue. I think the audio can be increased now because the recording was kind of difficult. Listen to it.
Yes, the only thing wrong here, there is a speaker, you are the speaker, but you are in the minority. You compare to those that are wrong. So does that give your argument, does that give the right to those that access members to go and form themselves into a majority bloc?
So that was the question they were asking Councilor Vanessa Sherman. So does that give you the right, your majority bloc, the right to go and constitute, the majority bloc in paradise, this and that, in the absence? So when you take a time and listen to the Chief Justice.
So does that give your argument, does that give the right to those that access members to go and form themselves into a majority bloc?
You don't form yourself. And now nobody increase up the word and
Okay. So when she asks Councilor Vanessa Sherman that also because you because you have your number, so does that make you to go and open your own session? He said no. In her response, he said, "Oh, we got a number. We designate our own speaker. We open our own session because we got a number. We had number up to 50."
Well, you don't have speaker.
The woman said, "Our initial ruling, we said, Kofa is the speaker. I mean, the minority black got the speaker, but they don't have the number. They just don't have the number. So there is no law that can compel the minority to ask for the absentee majority members to come. So there where the court cannot interfere. So the court is saying, go and solve your own problem. That was our initial ruling. So does that in any way mean to you, Councilor Vanessa Sherman, that since we said it that way, does that in any way mean to you that you got to go and designate your own speaker and designate your own meeting place? That was a question she asked, Councilor Sherman. So when you take your time and follow the interaction.
Does that give your argument, does that give the right to those that access members to go and form themselves into a majority bloc?
you don't form yourself.
Okay, then he came and he said, you don't form yourself into a majority black. That Councilor Sherman responded. He said, you don't form yourself into a majority black. He continues. You are majority black because you are 43. That's why he's saying. So he said, we don't form ourselves into a majority black. We are majority black because we are 43. That's what Councilor Sherman Alexa was putting forth as his defense. Now, what the Chief Justice come and tell him. So after the woman asking, does that in any way mean to you, because you got number, to go and constitute your own chamber and designate your own speaker? Is that what our ruling said to you? To go and find majority black? He said, no, we are majority black because we are 43. And our number, this and that. So you're about to provide additional response. So he said, our number increased up to what? More than 50. More than 50. So I would play it for you to listen to it keenly.
To go and form themselves into a majority bloc.
You don't form yourself. And now nobody increase up to 150.
Okay, so we don't form ourselves into majority black. We are majority black because we are up to 43, and that number increased up to 50. That was Councilor Vanessa Sherman's response. So listen later on, you will hear what the Chief Justice coming to him.
Into a majority bloc.
You don't call yourself. And now nobody increase up to 150. And I got it. So we
That's not the thing. We are saying, we said, and we will say it.
Okay, so the chief, we struggle to get all the audios because the court is not somewhere where you can go and do real recording. So it was a whole difficult thing for us to get the audio. That's why we are taking our time to play it. Now, so when the woman told him, say, does that give you the right? He came and say, yeah, we designated majority black. We did one because we are 43 and the number went up to 50. The woman came out. The woman said, the chief justice said, you can even have up to 100. The chief justice said, you can even have up to 100.
We said, and we're still saying.
Oh yes, you can even have up to 100. We said, and we are still saying. Listen to it.
We said it again. We said.
You don't call yourself. And now nobody increase up to 150. And I got it. So we
That's not the thing. We are saying, we said, and we will say it again. We said it again. You can leave houses. But we said at the time of that petition, we were clear. We said in the instant case, the legislature not having given an enabling statute to ensure compliance with Article 33, and that time there was a presiding officer, there was a speaker, okay, that will cause the court, to do this. So the court cannot do for the legislature what they should do for themselves. This is what we said. So what made you go now and that's another speaker when there was already a designated speaker when this was full.
Okay, Alexa, you getting it now? I think the audio increased, right? The tone of the audio has increased. So Councillor Sherman can put up, the whereby lawyer defense. Oh, by the way, we're coming to get somebody 20,000, but let's finish with a particular topic quick. We're coming to get somebody 20,000 right away. Right away, we're coming to get somebody 20,000. So Councillor Sherman put up, the whereby lawyer dribbling skills with the Omar. The Omar said, no. We were clear in our initial ruling. We said the minority black doesn't have the number, but there where the speaker is. And so because they do not have the number, they will keep adjoining. The majority got the number, but they do not have a presiding. They do not have a speaker. And there is no law that says how the minority can compel the distant majority to join them. So go and do for yourself what the court cannot do for you because of the doctrine of separation of power. Does that give you, Councillor Vani Boto Nambi Shemo and your majority black members, does that give you guys the right to go and designate your own speaker? He said, no, we not designate. We are majority because we are 43. We even went to 50. They almost said you can even go to 100. You can even go to 1,000. In as much as you do not have the presiding, you are not. Forget about it. This is from the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Liberia. I want Oman to finish dealing with Councillor Sherman who can get somebody 20,000. And then we'll continue with the rest of it, right? So I want you to take a time and listen to the Oman as she's about to deal with Councillor Sherman.
But we said at the time of that thing, we are saying, we said, and we said it again. We said it again, you can leave houses. But we said at the time of that petition, we were clear. We said in the instant case, the legislature not having given an enabling statute to ensure compliance with Article 33, and at that time there was a presiding officer, there was a speaker, okay, that will cause the court, to do this. So the court cannot do for the legislature what they should do for themselves. This is what we say. So what made you go now and that's another speaker when there was already a designated speaker which you move for themselves. This is what we say. So what made you go now and just another speaker when there was already a designated speaker when this was spoke?
Okay, so you hearing that? The Omar now is asking her. I should say Omar. I mean, I don't want to be here in contempt. The Chief Justice is asking Councillor Shema. Our decision was clear. So where did you get your authority from to go and designate another speaker when there was already a certain speaker? Where you got your power from? Where? Eh? You. So in other words, you and Roger Kuhn, where you got your power from to go and designate another speaker when there was a certain speaker at the time of this ruling? The court is not operating on the basis of politics. It's on the basis of law, understanding. By the way, in 3 minutes time, we come and get somebody $20,000. So please, star 799, star 70 hash. You could be a lucky winner of that 20,000. Please, we don't have the luxury of time. Star 799, star 70 hash. Don't start sell users. You can win right away. By the time we are done, we're gonna give somebody $20,000. Now listen to the Omar. I mean, I keep saying Omar. Sorry about it. The Chief Justice. I don't want to be here in contempt. I apologize, ma'am. She kept saying, where did you take it from? Where? This was our ruling. The first ruling we gave, because the reason why we are hearing this bit of information is because Funatic over there said the ruling that was given first, no understanding. You know, the people went and started having their own speaker, they started browsing into offices, doing this and that. So Vani Sharma came to defend the people, to defend James Colette who were breaking into offices, to defend people who were bossing Yaka car. So the woman said, the Chief Justice said, excuse me, sir, this was our ruling. This was our ruling. So where did you get the authority to start designating new speaker when there was already a presiding officer, when there was already a speaker? Where you got your authority from? That's where the people say the law is the law. In 2 minutes time, we're going to go get $20,000. So keep screaming. Listen to it.
So the court cannot do for the legislature what they should do for themselves. This is what we say. So what made you go now and designate another speaker when there was already a designated speaker when this was spoke?
You will not definitely the speaker as such on the case. Go back to your own statement of facts.
Yeah.
That's the point we have gone back. And when the speaker was never even why 43 articles. Doesn't that mean that it's not law?
The 43 said there's nothing. That's my question.
Okay, so the woman he come again, he can provide whereby now this is the explanation. The teacher come and say, why is the 43 setting? When there is a speaker, why are they sitting separately? Why are they not sitting in his chamber and challenging him and telling him we do not have confidence in you? Why are they sitting all by themselves? That's the question I'm asking. That's what she told him. She said, Babe, all that thing explaining here and there, all that nothing sister law you preaching, I am asking you as the Chief Justice of this country, as the final arbiter of justice in this country, I'm asking you, why is the 43 setting?
The 43 said there's nothing. That's my question.
Doesn't that mean that it's not law?
The 43 said there's nothing. That's my question.
Doesn't that mean that it's not law?
The 43 said there's nothing. That's my question.
Okay, and that's how we can go get money right now. So hold on, let's go get some other money. We'll come back for that topic. Why is the 43 setting? Yeah. Let's go get some other money. I keep telling you, say y'all win money, y'all can be joking. To be playing and be winning your money. When we're talking politics, y'all leave let's talk our politics, y'all be playing behind the scene. Because when we come out to get money, we're not ask questions who we come and give it to. Easier? Play. Don't be thinking on whatever the case is. So now you see, let's go get some other money quickly. And I won't come back to the topic. So you hearing the Chief Justice? Yeah, you hearing her? Why we finding some other money? Be enjoying the old man questioning Vani Sharma. Be enjoying the old man questioning Vani. I still saying Oma people gave me the Chief Justice. Okay, yeah. So listen to it.
Because they
Because they are members of the legislature, they are not in the house. And the one sitting in who was sitting in the presence of the judge's speaker. The speaker of the office.
So financial was say, because it was sitting in the presence of the speaker, the deputy speaker. So the chief justice said, where was the speaker? Can't you what financial was say? The chief justice asked him, where was the speaker? You know what he said? He said the speaker was in your office.
Why?
No, don't even say why. The whole court buzzer was laughing because everybody knew at that level it was also wura. That's why the group making call. Listen to it.
Who was sitting in the presence of the judge's speaker. The speaker of the office.
You hear everybody laughing, you know? So he said, yeah, because we're sitting in the presence of the deputy speaker. Hello, if you're there, we are here. Star 799, star 70 hatch, and win your 20,000. I get one more meaning for me to do the draw. I don't want to go do the draw, then you leave out. So let's see. So she was there. She asked him, man, where was the speaker? You can't tell me, say, y'all had that decision in the midst of the deputy speaker. Where was the speaker? You know, he even said the speaker of travel. He didn't say the speaker was in America or the speaker in Green Grove or Adam Morel. He said he was in his office. The man in your office. Then you go on the other side of the building. So as soon as he said he was in your office, the whole court, lawyer, carpenter, people who don't even know about law in the court, they started laughing. The next thing when someone started doing, he started stuttering. You know when there's someone tries to steal the food, you know, and you keep asking the question, are you tell the food that mean the man who can stutter, you that mean no say he's already confused. You must understand that he is already guilty. I mean, he's already short of words because he has realized that at that moment, everything chakla. But listen to it. Why we go give money?
Why is the party precinct hesitating? Our question.
Because they are members of the legislature, they are members of the house, they are the members of the city. And the one sitting in who was sitting in the presence of the deputy speaker. The speaker of the office.
Even though. Where was the speaker? That was the question. Let's talk to this person. Hello, how are you, sir?
Hello?
Hello, how are you, my dear brother?
I'm all right, and
We're great. My name is KOK, calling you from Freedom Radio, Liberia, sir.
my name is C. Tolu Kanta.
No, take your time and call your name.
C. Tolu Kanta.
Okay, hold on. We'll ask you to spell that name very shortly.
Okay.
You say the name is
C. Tolu.
C. Tolu.
Tolu, yeah.
How you spell Tolu?
Tolue.
Tolue.
Yeah.
What the last name? Call your last name now.
Kantan. Kantan.
Kantan. C. Tolu Kanta. That one on your mobile money number?
Yeah, Kantan right there. Kantan.
That area is all Lone Star, bro.
Yeah, that is. That.
How many times you played today?
I played 8 times.
Can you explain how you can do the play?
Star 799. A star.
That you are waiting for.
I said star 799 star 70 hash
Okay. You play in LD or you play in US dollars?
in LD.
C. Tolu Kanta.
Yeah.
You now win on the show before?
No, this.
This is your hand?
Yeah.
If you win today, it will be your first time winning.
First time, yeah.
Where are you calling off from, my brother?
From Banaville.
Banaville. Okay,
Yeah.
inside Banaville. Mr. Kanta, congratulations to you, bro.
Yes, sir.
You won for yourself 20,000 Liberian dollars. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, my dear brother. When you receive the money, pick us right back. We don't have the time. We'll get other poor money to give.
Okay, okay.
Okay, see Tolu Kanta. Congratulations, bro. Okay, Mr. Kanta. Let's leave you right there. Let's leave Kanta right there. I mean, let's go back. We're going to go get somebody else some more money again. They will come back to the topic. We're going to get somebody else some more money. But the Chief Justice was asking. I think this one settles it. You know, all the particular one. We'll play the other clips, right, Alexa? But this is the mean place. Our ruling, the Chief Justice was saying, there's not an associate justice, so this is the Chief Justice. He said, our initial ruling was, look, the speaker is in the minority. There where the speaker is, they do not have the number, so they will keep adjourning. And there is no law to compel the majority absentee members to come to session. No law to compel them. The law says they can compel them, but there is no law to do the compelling. So go and fix your issue at the level of the House of Representatives. We do not want to interfere as the Supreme Court. But we did not, when we made a ruling, we didn't say go and organize a parallel, a session. When we said go and fix your own issue, we didn't say go open different cabinet building or go open different chamber. When we said go fix the issue, we said go and together as a team, organize yourself and find a remedy over the situation. But don't go and the other man get the chamber on the side, other man get a chamber, 2 speakers, in no time fire go to the building, 2 minutes things happening. I mean, that was the implication. That was clearly the implication. And so when they go put Vanessa Sherman on the other side, they but the Nami Sherman, you passing around the thing. They almost say no, they almost say man. They almost say this is the question I'm asking you. Alexa, I'm kind of good at doing the how you call this thing. Come on, the thing I used to do, the commentary about interpretation, right? I like to interpret these kind of things, but the Supreme Court is a very, tedious era. Ain't gonna be interpreting the Supreme Court some way. Yeah, I would have loved to do the layman interpretation what people understand out there. So Supreme Court, I beg you, let me do the layman interpretation. The man was saying, look, Papa, all that thing you're talking, that the one where you learn in a law school, maybe the one they taught you, but what the law of Liberia said, what we're asking you, did we say in our initial ruling that you and Tifa them will go and enter John Chima and start having session there? You finish told the chair, Jim collect the chair in your office, you bring it by the next day. That will tell you to do. I mean, I just lay my interpretation and providing that. That we tell you to do. We tell you to run away from your own original Chima to go sit down in the John Chima and be using rubber chair. 2 for 15 rubber chair. When you got original chairs that the Chinese built, that we tell you to do. Hello, that's not what the Chief Justice said. But in my layman understanding, that's the implication. That's what I meant. That we don't want to say, I'm going to go sit down RLJ and spend 50 years there. When you're coming to work, you're coming to work, you can't do graduation. Everybody in line, ping, 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 ping. You're staying from the building, you're taking picture. Then you're going, that we tell you to do. Oh, we didn't say that. We didn't say that to you. The Chief Justice did not say it. I'm giving you the layman interpretation. But that was what she was trying to communicate. That was the communication she was putting forth. I repeat, *799, *70#. For those of you who want to win 800,000, plenty of area today we give it. So don't worry. The more you play, the better your chances are. We keep saying the thing over and over. That was exactly what the Chief Justice was saying. So listen, I want to play again for you to hear. The puppet tried to defend. He tried to talk. He put say, hey, all I play, he put name me or no, you lawyer. You gotta come defend majority black. But the law is clear. Oh man, did our ruling say go open extra chamber when the speaker is alive and present in the country?
That the court, to do this. So the court cannot do for the legislature what they should do for themselves. This is what we say. So what made you go now and this? And just another speaker when there was already just speaker when they first spoke. This is what we said. So what made you go now and this? And just another speaker when there was already just speaker when they first spoke. So what made you go now and this? And another speaker when there was already just speaker when they first spoke.
So why may you go, Elisa? Why may you go and designate another speaker when there was already a speaker when this court spoke? Councilor Sherman, you and the majority black, that you the one we asking, why y'all got to go and elect? You're saying you want to say, but it was Supreme Court thing. I mean, to do argument about top, Elisa to do discussion about Supreme Court, it can be hard. The way I let do my topic, my own talking, the Supreme Court, yeah, but you know what I want to say? It's not what the Supreme Court I want to say. Yeah, but here you go. Yeah, I mean, I want to tell the thing, it's not easy. Why go and find one speaker? Why go and designate a speaker when there is already a speaker? That was a question being asked by Councillor Vani Shemo and his people. Honor our law. The Supreme Court of Liberia is the final arbiter of justice. These people are the giants in interpreting what the law says. She's asking Councillor Shemo. That AR ruling tell you. After reading all that thing to your people, they're like, hey, tell you.
Another speaker when there was already a just speaker. Where you go now, say. So what? Where you go now and just another speaker when there was already a just speaker when this was spoke. Say. So what? Where you go now and another speaker when there was already a just speaker when this was spoke. Say. So what? Where you go now and another speaker when there was already a just speaker when this was spoke. Say. So what? Where you go now and another speaker when there was already a just speaker when this was spoke.
Let's speak about such please. Go back to your own statement of facts.
Yeah.
That's the problem they have all back. And when the speaker was never able to
Say. So what? Where you go now and another speaker when there was already a just speaker when this was spoke.
So all of the argument today, Eliza, for me, this is what I gathered. I don't know about you, Eliza. I don't know about my people listening out there. But Vanja, this is what I gather. Why may you go and designate? Because the crux of the matter here is the fact that there is a group of people who say they already got their own speaker, which is being the main problem here. It is because of this, the Supreme Court did not even go to State of the Nation address. Right? So we made a ruling, our ruling was clear. Majority, not get speaker. Minority, get speaker. The law said minority must compel majority to come to session. Since there is no law that says how that compelling can be done, please, y'all go back and settle your problem. Going back to settle your problem doesn't in any way mean you must go and open different session room and be running a parallel session. They're like operating in government. No, let me say this to you, the ordinary people who may not have the understanding of things. It's almost like, Elisa, not all the Liberian people in the country voted for President Bouaka, right? Now, assuming some Liberians decide and say, look, President Bouaka, we want you again to be our president because the country high, we're not let away the country looking. One moving. The law said to remove the president of the country, you need to go to the legislature. No, that one won't be on record for it. The law said to remove the president of any country, whether that Bouaka or whether that Jowia or whether that Cummings or whether that Apeton, to remove the president, you must go to the legislature. There's some people who making power. You must go to them and start the bill of impeachment. Start the impeachment proceeding from there. The lawmakers will vote to impeach the president. The Senate will try him. I mean, that's the law right there. Right? That's the law right there. There is a law that says how you can remove president when you not want him. So so Councillor Vani Shemo argument is that because majority say they not want the speaker, so they can go and find one room and find one of themselves and place it there and say you are our speaker today because we want our other speaker. Although there is a law that says how that speaker can be removed. So it's Councillor Vani Shemo and Roger Kun telling us that the way we in Liberia right now, and majority of the people in the country are suffering. And the people say, oh, we don't want President Baka to be our president anymore. Is he saying we can go where, Alexa? We can go to City Hall and find one room and say, VP Kun, please say that you are our president. We want Baka again. That will be ultra virus. That's why you did to Tifa. Because you said you don't want cover. So you left the original place, the original process you should have followed. You went and told Tifa, you said, Tifa can't sit down here, that you are our own speaker, who won't sit down on that man. So like you saying, although President Baka is in Monrovia, he's in rehab, he's living here, he not travel, he ain't go anywhere, he said he nothing happy doing. But VP Kun can on the side that you are our president, that you will listen to. But President Baka still president, but you tell you're not impeaching, you're not going to the legislature, no bill of impeachment, he is not invited, no due process, you're not inviting to investigate why you not want him to be your president, but yet to VP Kun and put in one room, you say, from today that you are our president. After 2-3 days, you take all the security from behind President Baka. That is ultra virus. That would be wrong. That's not what the law said. The law prescribes exactly how you can remove a president. Similarly, with the speaker, there is a whole law over speaker remover. There is a whole law around it. So if you do not go through that process, whatever you're doing is ultra virus. And that's why the Chief Justice was asking when we ruled, our ruling was clear. Where you call your authority from to do the things you are doing? And the councilor decided to fumble on it. At the end of the day, he could not justify it. Let's play, Alexa. Then we go to you. We hear you smart. When we finish, we get some more money. We give you few more dollars. Then we go to the lines and hear from our callers. But I want you to listen to the rest of the argument between the Chief Justice and Councilor Vani Sherman, who represented the majority bloc and Richie Kun. Listen to it.
What is to do for themselves? This is what we said. So what made you go now and just this and just did another speaker when there was already just in the speaker when this was spoke?
You will not definitely let speaker ask us on peace. Go back to your own statement of facts.
Yeah.
That's a problem they have all right. And when the speaker was never even why 43 doesn't that mean there is common law?
The 43 said that's it. That's my question.
Because they are members of the legislature, they are not the house, they are the members of the city. And they want to say it.
And I said, you hearing that? So they want to say, why were the 43 sitting? They were saying because they are lawmakers, they were 43, and they were sitting in the presence of the deputy speaker. So Councilor Sherman is saying, once we can convince VP Kun and tell him, Papa, just sit down here with us and be our president. If he agrees, it means. So you are saying directly that President Baka is not president again, right? Come on. That would be breeding lawlessness. The court cannot sanction that. If the court sanctions anything, Alexa, all the co-chairperson in the country, you get organization, the person with the co-chair, all the co-chairperson in the country will overthrow their chairpersons the next meeting. Because it'll be simple. You can't, the Supreme Court, they will use this case to rule. No, the court cannot do that. So the asking, say, yeah, because we had get a woman, the woman said, no, don't do it. He said, you say you had the deputy speaker on your side, so it means you were legitimate. Where was the speaker? The answer you go get now, everybody started laughing. And right after the people finish laughing, Alexa, you give your opinion on it.
That's it. That's my question.
Because they are members of the legislature, they are not the house, they are the members of the city. And they want to say it. We were sitting in the presence of the deputy speaker.
Wait, speaker.
The speaker was not in our office.
The speaker was sitting in your office, Alexa. The both started laughing. Listen to me. That whole phrase, Your Honor, Your Honor, Your Honor, Your Honor. Listen to it. Your Honor.
Even though.
Let's go ahead. Let's hear you. even though, but that is what it is. That's how comical Liberia has become. The Continental African show? No, we just asking. The Continental African show?
This is a whole
A
series.
whole African movie?
A whole series. Every day you have new episode, and every now and then you have you either have
Let's go quickly. Go get our people money
or
later
guest
on. Yeah.
star or someone who has been in the show for a long time. But Oliver, I think where we are now, like right now,
That's right.
right now,
Mm-hmm.
everybody is saying their own thing. Everybody listened. I guess a lot of people followed, and some people who did not follow, they're going to follow subsequently, just to understand what was said today at the Supreme Court from the justices, and also the lawyers representing quote unquote majority bloc, and of course J. Fonati Kofa. But Oliver, I think we continue to run in circles again because the Supreme Court asked a lot of questions today, different questions. And of all the questions they asked, I'm sure they needed to get to a point where, they would just hear from Oliver as a lawyer representing the majority bloc, or Arthur Johnson as the lawyer representing Kofa, So there were different questions, and back to back, you listen to different arguments or different answers. And I'm sure a lot of people were eager to know how exactly we're going to end this. Yesterday, I said something about looking forward to exactly what will happen at the end of the day from the Supreme Court, because everybody at this point, we want to get to a point where we're done with this whole thing of Capitol Hill, because it has been going on for more than 3 months now. So I'm sure people are tired, 100% tired. But one of the reasons why I said we're still running in circles, Oliver, is because the Supreme Court did what they did. They asked different questions, listened to different sides. And at the end of the day, again, it went back to representatives or members of the House of Representatives going back and putting the House in order. That has always been it. And this is not to say that the Supreme Court clearly said, oh, y'all go by and do this, y'all go do that one, do that one. Based on how the questions were asked and how the Supreme Court's justices actually handled what happened today, it is clear that go back and handle what you're supposed to do, because the support that talks about separation of power. So the Supreme Court does what the Supreme Court does, and there are things the Supreme Court cannot do in this case, especially when it comes to the House of Legislature. When it comes to separation of power, there are things that the House should do on their own, and that is putting yourselves in order and getting to a point where you know where you are headed. And there's a part in someone from, I think that was the Chief Justice. I'm trying to get upon where she talked about Article 33 of the Constitution.
Good.
And it says simple majority of each house shall constitute a quorum. And that's the thing that J. Fonati Kofa is lacking from, his side. Of course, he is the speaker, but he doesn't really have a quorum to conduct, session for the transaction of business. But a lower number may adjourn from day to day and compel the attendance of absent members whenever the House of Representatives and the Senate shall meet in joint session. The presiding officer of the House of Representatives shall preside. And this is one of the articles, mentioned by the Chief Justice.
And the presiding officer here is Speaker Kofa, because he was the only person duly elected as Speaker.
Exactly. and as the Speaker, he doesn't have quorum. He doesn't have the number of people who should, constitute a quorum.
That's right.
To conduct a regular session to discuss business of the day when it comes to the Liberian people issues, 100%. And then you have people who are from the quote-unquote majority bloc. They have a huge number of people. Definitely they have a deputy speaker, yet they do not have
a quorum.
They have a quorum, I would say. They don't have a speaker.
They don't have a speaker. Yeah.
They don't have a speaker.
That's right.
So there where we are. So if you are really bent on removing Kofa as your speaker, go back to your house and do what you're supposed to do. Go back to your house. You don't have to sit here and be like, oh, I want to open different church.
Get the number.
You are You already have the number according to you.
Stay in your room and remove the man.
confront- Exactly.
To go have
You already have the number. That's a power from your end.
Uh-huh.
You already have the number of people wanting to remove J. Fonati Kofa as speaker, granted. But then you need to have a speaker to preside over what you want to do to have the speaker removed. I don't know how we should say this, Oliver, because for me it is really simple. And this is something we've talked about.
People are practically refusing to allow the law to be the law.
This is something we've talked
It is
about.
wrong.
This is something we've talked about.
Now you see the kind of shame Reggie Kun has got
Because
himself in.
I'm sure if this was going to be handled earlier on, we wouldn't be here discussing this now.
Except President Bouaka, let me say this, and this is what we're gonna end this conversation, my dear. Except President Bouaka will want to continue to run a lawless country. But under any serious administration that considers the rule of law as a virtue, as a serious principle, by this time, you'll be taking telephone and be calling Richard Kun and say, my man, we attempted doing this thing, but from the way it is, please
You
turn all the thing over.
you already had a designated speaker before you did what you did, according to one of the statements.
Do we need another ruling?
So you don't have to bring forth another speaker because
speaker?
you have already designated a speaker before filing in whatever you did.
There was a designated speaker at that
So
time.
I mean, I don't know. For me, we keep running in circles.
So for you to
because
be,
this is like really clear. At first, we said the Supreme Court was
not clear.
ambiguous.
Yeah.
They were not clear in what they said. So people had to interpret that differently.
Mhm.
Different people claimed victory, another people claimed victory. So it was like a whole different story. So everyone was doing their own thing. So you already have a speaker. If you want your speaker to be removed, definitely go there, confront your speaker, and do what you're supposed to do. But now you left that part. And then you went ahead and created a new space where you do not have a speaker, but you have the number. So, like, there's no understanding. And the court was very clear today. They're not going to say, oh, go force the people to come to your side for you to have quorum. No. They don't have whatever to do that. That's why you go back to do what you're supposed to do as lawmakers. Separation of power right there is in play. So we've been like just running in circles because this is very simple. Very simple. If you think you cannot sit under Fonati as speaker to raise your issues and have him removed as you should, then we'll continue to have, because Fonati is not resigning the 100%.
In fact,
he's not resigning.
Look, let me say this, and
So
and that's where the country will soon start to become so
what if Fonati continues to do what he was doing along with his people? No quorum, but still they're going to adjoin. No quorum adjoin.
So
and then you have quote unquote majorities, a block on the other side.
So
they're having session, but then they don't have a speaker legitimately. So how is it going to work out?
So the court is the interpreter of legal and constitutional issues, right? The court is going to rule on this particular bit of information. But judging from the way the questions were being asked, and how they were interacting, it shows clearly that the designation of a new so-called speaker, regime speaker, was wrong. It was ultra-virus.
Because you are already designated a speaker.
There was already a legitimate speaker in the country. You had no right to designate a new speaker, when that speaker did not resign, when he was not removed. To remove him, there is a law on the book on how you can remove him. He did not resign. He was not removed. So you have no right to designate, and the executive are the implementers of the law. The legislative branch of government are the folks who make the law. The judiciary will do the interpretation. Now, in this case, the court is now giving what we call progressive ruling into the matter. The other ruling will come. But a serious government that is law-abiding, and this will take us to the court when we finish giving some money, after you're done canvassing election, a serious government that is concerned about the rule of law, the first thing the government will do is to instruct the Minister of Justice to undo all of the illegality, all of the aiding and abetting of the unconstitutional actions. Now, listen to me, you didn't get me well. A serious government that is regarding rule of law as a crucial pillar in their manifesto. This government is purporting to have, okay, let me not say purporting. This government is having an agenda that we can refer to as the RS agenda. And RS is supposed to represent agriculture, roads. Then the second arrow is for rule of law. Now, when you continue to say the second arrow in the RS agenda represents rule of law, this Unity Party Joe Barker administration, the first thing you want to do is to instruct the Minister of Justice to instruct the National Police Director and the Executive Protection Service Directors to withdraw all of the men who they assigned to Rachel Coon, because from all indication, everything from the beginning of Rachel Coon and Senate to the purported regime speaker thing is all ultra virus. Don't listen to me about it. Don't hear me. Don't hear my word. Don't take our word for it. Don't listen to Alessa. Listen to the interaction between Rachel Coon lawyer and the Chief Justice.
And that's it. And designate another speaker when there was already a designated speaker when they first spoke.
Go back to your own statement of facts.
Yeah.
That's the point they have all back. And when the speaker was never able to why 43 doesn't that become this common law?
The 43 said that's my question.
Because they are members of the legislature, they are members of the house, they are members of the city. And they were not sitting in the we were sitting in the presence of a deputy speaker. The speaker was sitting in another office.
So you see, Alessa, you see right there?
And just one thing, right?
It's not even funny anymore.
The Supreme Court is the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is not going to speak as we want them speak.
In the language we
want, exactly. The Supreme Court does not speak in the language we understand or we speak.
And that's what we call progressive ruling.
Today it was a bill of information.
That was a hearing.
And they needed to interpret
line by line.
Exactly. And if you ask me, I think that's exactly what they did today.
Correctly.
The interpretation was done today.
There's going to be a ruling though.
So yes, at the end of the day, there will be. The interpretation was done today. And everything was said vividly. They interpreted exactly what they are supposed to interpret. That's one of the reasons a bill of information was filed. So don't be sitting in your corner. The Supreme Court did it. No. The Supreme Court will not can tell you, jab me, or they will tell you, oh, the other person wrong, the other person right. For today, it was clear that they interpreted what they were supposed to interpret. It is that simple.
The very questions were clear.
The questions were asked.
Very clear. Why did you designate a new speaker when there was already
questions were asked,
a speaker?
And different issues were addressed. And what was not clear previously,
it's not clear to us,
was interpreted clearly.
It's not
today.
clear to us.
So it is up to you now.
Because unless I'm not cutting you off, initially the Supreme Court initial ruling was that all other action taken outside of, contrary to Article 33 and for the something are ultra virus, right? That was the initial ruling. I'm just paraphrasing. But in this one, the Chief Justice in her interrogation to Council Shemo was clear. When this court ruled, you heard her saying it, right? She said when this court ruled, at the time of this court's decision, there was a speaker, a presiding officer. So why then did you have to leave from here
and designate
and go to designate another speaker? On whose authority did you do so?
Designate another one.
Now, and on whose authority did you go and set up another, how you call the thing, setting? You understand that, Alessa? Another setting. Then he said, oh, the majority members, he said, oh, why? Why did you have to do so? So these are all additional clarity provided to the people of our country. Just stop it. A serious government that is a respecter of the law will go to Rachel Coon and say, sorry, we wrong you, but please, if Kofa will resign, you can contest again. But let's go follow the law. Turn the security card in back, turn all the thing in back, go sit down to your can't be represented, be buying your own one car, leave all the converting. Let go there to Kofa. Let go call our 49 minutes and go to Kofa and challenge him. We'll remove him, we can campaign for you. And make the same 49 where we'll remove Kofa. That's it 49 can vote for you and make you speaker. So I know why Richard couldn't make anything difficult. The same 49 that can vote to remove Kofa can vote for you and make you speaker if you are supposed to be speaker. But hey, this is where we are as a country, Alexa. We just gotta wrap up because
we're here from
to go and hear from the callers.
But
before then,
supposed to be talking about
before then, let's go directly and see what is happening to our people who are winning some money. Let's call some winners, then we call it a day. We'll call some winners to go to the lines and talk to you. But that is where we are in the country. That is exactly where we are right now in the Republic of Liberia. Let's see if we can go to the lines and talk to some of our winners. Hello, sir. How are you? Hello? Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, all right.
Okay, go ahead. Did you receive
I have received 20,000.
You received how much?
20,000.
20,000 Liberian dollars.
Liberian dollars.
Congratulations, my brother.
Okay, thank you, sir.
How are you feeling right now?
All right.
I mean, how are you feeling right now?
I know you're supposed
What is that?
How are you feeling right now with the $20,000 in your hand?
Really good.
You will get some people some of that money?
Yeah. Okay.
Merci. Okay. All right, we'll leave you right there. Thank you very much. Let's see if we can go give somebody some money right now. Let's see. Okay, we'll keep giving other people some money. I have the list of all of the people we give money here. But keep the stream coming into *799 *70 hash. Yes, with a Lone Star Cell MTN phone, you could win for yourself some money. But that is where we are, my people. We got to go to the lines and talk to you. It is a time to call. But this is very simple. The court is yet to rule.
So we're waiting.
But our analysis is on the basis of the argument, how the argument was going. That's our analysis. Would the court say SYG? I don't know. But any government that is a respecter of the law. Look, let me say this to people, and that's why for some of us who support George Weah, we owe no regret for our decision. When George Weah saw the numbers from Southeast, Alexa, when George Weah saw the numbers from Southeast, he saw the number from Monserrado, he saw the number from Lopa and other places, including the numbers that were coming from Nimba, and he did the calculation. He said, look, I am not winning these elections. I am not going to win the election because my numbers are clear to me. He took the telephone and called Joe Boakai, the president, and said, hey, Pape, good evening. We went to a process. From the numbers I have in my possession, you are the winner. Congratulations. That's what he did. He conceded. That is what he did. He conceded. Because he's law-abiding. He values democracy and the rule of law. If this unity party government that is heralding the RS agenda, which will have the second era representing the rule of law, if this regime is so concerned and really serious about rule of law being a major component of their developmental drive, you will start to instruct the EPMN to return all the cars from Bian Rejekun. You don't need to wait for the Supreme Court. Because the signs, and how they can say the writings are on the wall.
Are on the wall.
President, we had to not wait for David Eder Brown last Sunday, man, 4:30 to say, oh, who won. Who. He saw the writings on the wall. He knew that I am not getting anywhere closer to re-election. And let me bid presidency bye-bye. A serious government that is a respecter of the rule of law will call Rejekun and say, well, man, back down. Let's go try again. See you for the 3. Let's go hustle for some more 5%. If we get a 5% or we get a 6% or 10 more percent, we can operate. If you cannot get it, forget about removing the speaker because you do not have the constitutional authority to do so. To want to continue forcing the LSI is to become a lawbreaker, is to be disregarding the laws of the country, and I don't see it workable. I don't see that correlating with what you preach.
Where we are now,
you shouldn't be saying RS agenda now. You must say Ares because the other RS should be dead. Don't call it RS agenda. If it is supposed to be RS, then the second RS should represent its truest meaning, which is the rule of law. Don't circumvent the rule of law for personal ego. A serious country, that's the decision people will be making from the table. But let's go to you, the Liberian people. It is time for you to make your import. Regrettably, our WhatsApp number for the international line is still down, please. So those of you who got my WhatsApp number, it is a privilege now for you to be calling on the show. If you got my WhatsApp number, please call. Yeah, maybe we'll buy one WhatsApp phone. A manager will give some money to buy one WhatsApp phone because I don't got money. Let's call on 0865. Yeah. Sometimes I can be thinking what my fussing is, come from.
Don't worry, Vanessa.
0865-104. 0776-104-104 are the numbers to join the conversation here on. Somebody said the second RERS is general representative Rebel. 0865-104, 0776-104-104 are the numbers to join the conversation. If you have my personal WhatsApp number out there, it is a privilege to you. But please, only for international callers. Local caller, call my WhatsApp number. Like the way Thomas Sabo is doing, I will not accept it. Thomas Sabo, don't call my WhatsApp number. You're not out of the country. Local callers got my WhatsApp number. Please call it. That's the best thing we'll do. So call us on 0865-104-776-104-104 to be a part of the conversation on 87.9. Let's go to the line right now and talk to this first person. Oh my God. Hello? Go ahead. How you doing? Okay. Oh, wait, I'm coming, Peter. Go ahead, Peter.
Yeah, thank you for the program, oh man. Let me tell you something. People want the war for Nikofa. They want the man. And they're forced to get out of for Nikofa. People who say who is gone. These are people behind. I enjoy your care to be. You can say it's true. You can say it's not what you want. And you force before. Why you don't know what's happening? That was my property.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. We leave you right there. Let's go and talk to this other person on the line. Come in. Let me see if I can arrange this through the system. Go ahead. 1 minute. Let's hear you.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you, Chief?
Yeah, good. My name is Alexander Gibson. I call from Chizu Factory.
Chizu Factory. Alex, go ahead, my dear brother.
Yeah, but can't you think the kids need anything that we again?
I mean,
simple logic.
They just have the rule.
No. Simple logic will tell you. Simple logic will tell you say there is no rule again. I mean, just a common understanding from a layman perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the kids are showing themselves that the regime speaker lost the case. So by this time, I think any sensible government should start telling the message, like the executive should start telling the regime speaker, say, my man, please turn it in over, yeah? Turn it over because small sheen is better than big sheen. So it's disheartening that by this time, Kunse proposing, passing around, telling people saying speaker, by this time, it's already turning government property over to the original speaker, the real speaker of the people's speaker. So look, we are not taking this to be a phone. So, Mr. Regime Speaker, I beg you, my man, change government property over. Because the thing is clear.
Okay.
Your lawyer said was embarrassed. He was very, very embarrassed. It was embarrassing, man, to be frank.
Okay, my dear brother. From Chizu Factory, thank you very much. We leave you. We'll go to Claratown and speak to Man CC. Go ahead. Let's hear you. We're great.
You're unfair to
Yeah,
me. I've been trying so hard.
Yeah, you laugh, okay. Let me say this. A very big thank you to the court. No, okay, listen to Master Sister what she's calling on your platform.
Everybody know you in the country.
I tell you, everybody know my child. Look, for that woman, I told her, I said, Janet, you are a mother. And you've been in that job for almost 7 years. You have a baby. You're not a baby. That work as somebody woman. You're not a baby. Your legacy must be remembered in this country. Do not drag your legacy in the mud. I told her. And she listened to Master C. Then she listened. She listened to female general. And what she did today is to put in our country, they go on a record.
She not rude, yo. She wanna ask questions.
Yeah. My brother. Even my brother to my husband, I'm taking back. It was Lafayette. There's a cow face. Bush cow. It was Lafayette. You understand?
Don't even ask for the interpretation.
No,
No, go ahead. Let's start talking though. Go ahead.
No, somebody say, I don't say, I will come to everybody say, I will answer you.
You said bush cow. Elisa said she won't know. I said no. Elisa, don't think about knowing. Let leave it. Let Omanja continue.
Okay, thank you. Tell what you told her I was. Oh, you say, in my door at the back, like I said, it was laughing at the people. You call yourself majority black. And you like that speaker. You force yourself to be in speaker chick. We begging you, do the honorable thing. So much better than bitch. We beg telling you. You say when you want to dig your mother partner and you want pussy. What a flat you put on your face. It happened today. You saw it today, you were shit with the bad it's shit today. And if you go on a ground today, and I post. Say what's a shit and disgrace today.
Okay.
Say I know lawyer. Okay, do put me lawyer. We have money when you want money, then you run into places. You want judgment. I think they want you. It's something that's awful. Because you know you see, you want to see. And you see when people arrested for the people selling for the two man, and people do that for it. But because you want to take money after taking money for 4 people in 1 day. So you want to catch that business. So take money for you can't take money for 2. You don't say that a lot of Bonnie show up, Bonnie working as Bonnie. I don't know their need. You understand what they want to so making a rule. They always explain to us. My man will buy and get a married car. Guarantee they took for that man. Also, when you stop for the man, can I buy? Call the man in the corner. My man will wrong you. We want to get people to hey, we call the man in the corner. They're going to do it. Call in the corner and pay the in the corner. Call our brother. Call the secret. The call here say, bro, we wrong you. We not bust a car and go to our face. We come back to say sorry. Then whatever you will say sorry to but the thing was, do it okay when your girls don't continue with. Thank you.
Thank you very much, man. Sissy, we leave you right there. We go and talk to this person. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay.
How you doing, Pop?
Thank you, and you?
We are great. There should be A we are talking about, Pop. A we are talking about. Go ahead, Pop.
I am.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
You are saying you are a Christian and you are almost a pastor. You know what Pharaoh was judged that kind of way that he want the children of the peers to die with him. That's the thinking we in. The people God made them their heart stomach, their heart, that they God gave them. What happened from them? They just like the rat. The heart Reteku and our father looking. So they will know our mom will long until we can say, except we the citizen will march to Reteku to bring it down.
After the Supreme Court ruling, trust me, nobody will purport to be speaker in the country. That one thing we can guarantee the country. That one we can guarantee the country. Forget it. Forget it, baby. Once the Supreme Court come out and be clear, nobody will purport to be speaker in this country. Forget that one.
Okay, if you say so.
Okay, Pop. All right, Pop. We leave you right there, Pop. Let's leave you and go and take several other callers. When the Supreme Court is the final arbiter of justice in this country, the Supreme Court can say that thing you were doing, that ultra-virus thing, that what we're referring to, that destination was wrong, and you say got purported individual passing around. No, that means we got to share the country now. Because it's not going to be, no, it'll not be correct. No. We also will get our purported everything. Everything will be purported. We will get purported minister of information. We'll get purported minister of everything will get it purported. I mean, we're not going to support lawlessness in this country. No. The country should not end because a particular regime is in power. The law should not be thrown in the butchers or under the carpet because we have a group of people in power. No. We are a country because we are a country of law. We cannot continue to live under lawlessness. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Let's hear you. How you doing? Quickly.
Simple as what people English big man political transfer. Thank you plenty. Our man finished talking. The full judicial was putting but they know they boy you that say they both for you they rest, now you're right. They rest, you're not supposed to lead the rest and go and cook and not rest. So we know that Honorable Kong now is not speaker. And the red team will do now, you must just resign because small thing is better than a big one. Thank you plenty.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. We'll talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Let's hear you. How you doing? Oh my God, we missed out on that person. Let's see who this person is quickly. Go ahead. 1 minute. How you doing?
Yeah, how you doing, bro? K and Sister Alexa.
Go ahead, sir.
I'm Rich Alfred Corner in Johnsonville.
Johnsonville, go ahead.
I beg you, I just want to give a name before I name a point, right? I rated King Kong Kun, the left speaker. If I was rated King Kong Kun by now, you should have known that the monkey already came to take seat. You know, big shim is better than the small shim, as you said earlier. This thing is just clear. It's very, very, very clear. I just want to be grateful to the Supreme Court. Really, I'm very proud of their hearing, to be honest, right? Okay. And moreover, the so-called majority bloc, if them by now, let them start to pack their Satoka and then join this because let the country move on in peace. Okay. Because there is in their city. Honestly, bro, thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much from Johnsonville. Let's talk to this person from out of the country. Go ahead. Let's hear you, ma'am.
Okay. This is Victoria calling from Minnesota.
Minnesota. Let's hear you, man, Vic.
Okay. I got a question. I heard the Chief Justice, Madam Celine, you asking for security. She said the 5 of us will need security. Does that mean
tomorrow we play a?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, but ask a question.
Okay. Yeah, because she's asking for security. So does that mean if she do what is right, if she do what she know in her guts is right, that the law is the law, and everybody should go by the law, we will come after her? Is that what it means?
I don't know. But this is a political situation. She is going to rule on the side of the law because we know that she will. And so there are people who will be hurt about. But man, Vego, you know what I mean? To be speaker for 2 months, then the move you know.
Okay, that's what I meant in this over here, America. You know, we live in here, family, and you violate the rules.
So whatever her ruling will be, she's afraid that whatever the outcome of the ruling, she needs to be saved. She needs protection. Well, let's leave it right there and talk to this other person. Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you. 1 minute. How you doing?
Hey, good afternoon, KOK and Lisa.
Hello, Randy.
No, Medicine Yadolo. Go ahead.
Okay.
KOK, thank you so much. I think what you did just now is what the Justice Minister of Liberia failed to do the last time. To clarify the interpretation of the Supreme Court ruling. That what you guys did just now. But thank you so much for what you did. Look, okay, what we saw today, this is my first time to have seen Supreme Court allow camera in the courtroom live. What we saw today was a disgrace to Vani Sherman. And this is what he deserved. This is some of the things that led to the sanction that on him that caused him to lose all the contract he had with all the foreign companies in Liberia as the only corporate lawyer in Liberia. He lost contract with Firestone at Cedar Meter and the days go on. He's a corrupt man with no integrity. He's a corrupt man with no integrity. So the only way he can live now is to take stealing money from a criminal group and try to make himself shame to disgrace himself. Like what? Look, he'll actually justice today. They won't deal with Vani Sherman like he go to law school, he know anything.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We leave you right there, Chief Madison Yadolo. Let's leave you and talk to other callers from Liberia. *799 *70#. More money on the platform. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Go ahead, my dear brother.
William Jabi, official spokesperson for the Liberian Civil Rights Movement.
Go ahead.
We didn't have our district from the number 11. But now it's only I go out once and do the right thing. Even the president of Liberia, the president of Liberia says supporting him, and this is one time. You know your rule are there. Nobody says that we don't vote. You must speak up. You got your rule. You got your rule. You got 49. You go with you and say that you can be speaker. It's simple. Why the boy I got something like people? Can you know something? Get there 1 year plus. I know what I did discuss about Liberian people.
Nothing.
The power broker with Liberian people. Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing about discuss. Yeah, what their money in both all around in their family in budget. It is what is still for more. Do Liberian people and they're not doing it time. Yeah, man, go find get to sit down and we know you're very rational human being. when you can't think and can't in the push, in the town, they are sorry for him.
Thank you. Thank you very much. William Ulu, we leave you. We'll go back to the US and talk to this person. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Khan. Good afternoon or good evening from your end.
Good evening, Alexa. The mayor you're talking about on that.
Yeah, I just saw her asking for me. I can see her right. I was seeing the screenshot. But anyway, good show, guys, and I would like to appreciate both of you for continuously educating our people. You see, right now we have to separate the old generation from the new generation, because the old generation are not going to leave their ways behind. They want to pass it down to their supporters, which will in the future harm our democracy. This is a new democracy. And so we have to separate you guys, because Mr. Boycott and his entourage are now willing to teach the younger generation about true democracy and the rule of law. And they need to understand that. Because if you look at these guys, they don't have future. Boycott cannot tell you, say, the day I get big. Vani Shamo cannot tell you, say, the day I get big. And it's just sad to see someone like Vani Shamo, who said he went to Harvard, over there trying to prove that he is a better lawyer. Like somebody said, Vani Shamo's degree is obsolete, or Oliver. The last time you were in your country, you were in Alexa. Do you know how many law students have graduated from Harvard and they still with a very fresh degree? And you got a man who got a degree in the 70s. These guys need to be retired. But it's just that the people in our country just feel that these guys, they are heroes. But the question is, does Mr. Vani Shamo, aside from his corporate law, because Vani Shamo did corporate law. He didn't do criminal law. He didn't do constitutional law. He did corporate law. So why would he be getting into the Supreme Court over IQ cases? But I love the way the Supreme Court interpreted the situation. It kind of aligns with what's happening right now in the United States here, with the prisoners that were taken to El Salvador, where our Supreme Court asked more questions than making any conclusion on the case. So the Liberian people will get to understand when that decision comes. But Kun, again, should be very ashamed of himself to hold the country at this stage where they are not doing anything after 1 year and 3 months. Thank you guys, man.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you very much. We take just 2 calls and we call it a day. DJ Marvis will come and continue with the broadcast. Go ahead. You're the second to the last. Let's hear you.
All right. Good afternoon. Okay.
Let's hear you, sir.
This is Mr. Swan calling from the township of West Point.
Let's hear you.
My dear brother, we are all Liberians. So what we need to do is not one as somebody error, the error to move ahead. This morning I called King FM that these 2 guys, they are the quite speaking group from the southeast. Our errors will have called them instead of going to the political route. People from Sando, the Ricky from Sando, volunteer from Grand Crew. Call them and say, this is not good for you people. Let the right thing be done as the people put it today. But I'm sorry, let us move ahead. Let us be on the right trajectory.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Your line was terrible, but we had to manage to get you on board. Let's talk to the last person and call it a day. Go ahead. You're the last caller.
Yeah, okay.
How are
Thank you? I come here.
We're great. Yeah. We're great, my brother. Let's say you're the last caller. No time.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, my name is Fanny Kiadi. 1 million we are sharing follower of Ivan Gotin. Thank you for your topic.
Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. You see, this country that we live in, thank you. I want to thank the Madam Sanayo for that ruling, that topic. Why he deal with Vani Shaman. Vani Shaman, I didn't want to make it today. Our Kima, the Eva that was from Kima, and now Kima now developed today because for their behavior, Vani Shaman is supposed to be the godfather of Kima. But look at the kind of way he carried himself. Vani Shaman has lost his integrity.
Oh.
You know how he knows moral, Eddie?
Thank you.
Vani Shaman now has no moral.
Thank you. We gotta go.
That didn't want damaging the country in our hands.
Thank you.
The people gotta retire.
Thank you.
Then I go sit down. Then you bring car.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We gotta leave you and go home. Alexa, we got to go home.
We'll be back here on tomorrow. That's all I can say.
Okay, we'll be back here on tomorrow. So as we are going, remember that the Chief Justice had a very rough ride with the papi.
So what made you go now and another speaker when there was already a designated speaker when this was spoke?
You will not be the speaker as such on this. Go back to your own statement of facts.
Yeah.
That's the point we have gone back. And when the speaker was never able to why 43 as it doesn't that become this common law?
The 43 said everything. That's my question.
Because they are members of the legislature, they are not allowed, they are not members of the city. And they weren't sitting in the we were sitting in the presence of a legislative speaker. The speaker of the legislature.
And so we'll be here on tomorrow. Tomorrow being Thursday, we'll be here for the Thursday's edition. But until we return on tomorrow, have a wonderful time. Liberia is our country. Regardless of how lawless it is becoming, let's continue to love it. Let's continue to seek justice in the midst of uncertainties. At the end of the day, we are hoping and hope for that our country, your country, my country, will be a better place for all of us to live, for all of us to enjoy. Until then, my name is Kai. Unless I was here, have a wonderful time. Bye bye.
So while the rest press not stable, no job, no food, no on the table.